LEGO 7965 Millennium Falcon from 2011 is a faithful recreation of the iconic Star Wars ship. It features 1,254 pieces, retailed for $140 US, and included 6 minifigures featuring some of the main characters from the first Star Wars film. This set also featured many screen-accurate play features, which we'll explore in depth in this review. To start things off, let's take a look at the included selection of characters. Alright, the first minifigure in this set is Han Solo. Now, of course, naturally, the pilot of the Millennium Falcon had to be included, right? This minifigure is an exclusive combo, but all of the parts can be found in other sets. The reddish-brown hairpiece was standard from 2000 to 2016, which was when they created a new one specifically meant to look like Harrison Ford's hair. The headpiece was used on 5 different minifigures of Han between 2010 and 2011. The torso was a standard Han Solo vest from 2007 to 2011, before it got replaced with updated print in 2013. This one does not feature any back printing, which would eventually enter the scene on the 2013 variant. The leg pieces are a nice dark blue, with a very accurate brown and silver belt print. They appear only in this set and in the 2011 minifigure dictionary, which featured the original Medal Ceremony Han Solo variant. This Han comes with a standard blaster element, which is likely meant to represent the E-11 Stormtrooper blaster that he uses during their escape from the Death Star. What would this set be without Han Solo's trusted first mate, Chewbacca? This Chewie minifigure appears in 13 sets from 2004 to 2013. The sandwich board element was developed in 2000 in a more standard brown color, which featured in 3 sets, including the original AT-ST and Star Wars minifigure pack. The torso and legs are both blank reddish brown, pretty standard for Chewbacca minifigures of this era. The crossbow element served as a bowcaster from 2000 to 2014 before LEGO designed a new bowcaster element which could fire studs in 2015. This piece has since been used in other themes, including LEGO Friends. Next up is Luke Skywalker, outfitted in his Tatooine farm boy clothing. This is an exclusive variant thanks to the headpiece, which features a swappable face with the blast shield design. Now the helmet that is included is blank. And if you prefer to have the design featured in the movie, with the red swoops and the black stripes, I recommend either 75081T16 Skyhopper from 2015 or 75265 Skyhopper vs. Bantha Microfighters. Personally, I prefer the 2015 one, as it just resembles the helmet featured in the movie more closely, in my opinion. The hairpiece that Luke features was originally designed for this set in 2011. It's since gone on to become a standard LEGO hairpiece in many other themes, and is now used in a dark tan color for Luke in current sets, as of the recording of this video. The torso and legs were both designed for the UCS Falcon from 2007. The torso lacks back printing. Both of these pieces were used in 5 sets for Tatooine Luke from 2007 to 2012. Luke comes with both a lightsaber and a blaster in this set, to recreate both the training scene with the remote and the Falcon's escape from the Death Star, respectively. Speaking of which, the training remote also comes with this set, and though it doesn't really count as a minifigure, we're still including it here. It's unusually bulky, and personally, we prefer the minifig headprint one that can be found in Obi-Wan's hut from 2020. It resembles the on-screen variant just a little bit more in my opinion than this one. Next up is, spoiler alert, Luke's sister, Princess Leia. This minifig is an exclusive variant, although the parts can be found in other sets if you would like to make this one. Her hairpiece was developed for her in this set, and was exclusive to this until the revised Death Star from 2016, set 75159. The headpiece is still our favorite Princess Leia headpiece to date. It was used on 6 different versions of Leia, including this one, Ewok, Slave, and Hoth. Features a swappable head with a more determined, angry expression. It was also used on minifigures of Tamina from Prince of Persia. The torso was first used in 2007 on the UCS Falcon, and was used in a total of 4 sets. It features the same print details from the original Princess Leia minifigure from 2000, sans the yellow handpieces. The torso print for this outfit was later updated in 2016 with a more accurate belt design. This is more kind of a simple streak with some metallic paint. Plain white legs and a blaster accessory. Later minifigures have a printed skirt element. Up next, Old Ben Kenobi. This version of the Millennium Falcon included both Obi-Wan and Darth Vader to recreate their climactic, if slow-paced showdown before the Falcon's escape from the hangar bay. The only other set that this variant appeared in were alternate editions of 10188 Death Star. The hood is a standard reddish-brown hood piece, which were used on Jedi minifigures until the development of the new hood piece in 2019. Personally, we're partial to this one. The head is a slightly altered version of older Kenobi minifigures, adding whites to the eyes and a slight smile. The torso was also developed for the 2007 UCS Falcon, and saw its final outing in this set. Legs and cape are both standard, unprinted pieces. And naturally, he comes armed with his blue lightsaber. Lastly, rounding out the minifigures in this set is none other than Darth Vader. This is perhaps the most iconic LEGO version of Vader, which features the original helmet mold first developed in 1999. It is used in 24 sets from then until 2014, including a brief promotional return in 2019. The head is very similar to older Vader minifigures, featuring the addition of whites in the eyes and eyebrows. This head was also used in 3 LEGO Star Wars sets, plus the ceremony version of Vader that came with the Empire Strikes Out DVD set. There is no printing on the back of the head. This minifigure features a standard black fabric cape. The torso is the Death Star reprint. It was featured in 6 sets from 2008 to 2011. This was the second last set was featured in, the last being the UCS Executor Super Star Destroyer. There is no back printing on this version. It was not standard yet. The legs are blank black legs. Vader would not receive any leg printing until 75055 Imperial Star Destroyer in 2014. And of course, he comes armed with his red lightsaber. Now, onto the set itself. It's a pretty nice replication of the overall body. The cockpit is slightly oversized and comes a little too far to the front when viewed from this angle, but designing it at this scale, it's kind of unavoidable. Speaking of the cockpit, it can fit 2 minifigures comfortably in here. Put Han and Chewie in there like that, and then it slides back over. It's kind of a standard situation for a Falcon of this size. If you want one that can fit more than 2, like 4, like in the movies, you'll have to chug out some change for either of the UCS versions, which are currently a little beyond our price range. The sensor dish on the main hull is the original Trilogy style sensor dish, and comes on rotating turntable pieces, spin around like that, and is held up with battle droid arms. The set features 22 stickers, which might be quite a lot for some people. Personally, I didn't have much of a problem with it. Both the bottom and top of the set feature rotating quad laser cannons, and the top one removes to allow you to put Han and Luke in their gunner posts to recreate the scene where they escape the Death Star and have a dogfight with the TIE fighters. Later versions of the Falcon feature a hinged gunner canopy. The thruster portion of the ship looks pretty great back here, with that teal-blue pipe element. Here is a view of the bottom of the ship. There are 4 landing struts. They are all static, but can be easily removed if you wish to create a flying version of the ship. Here's a view of the lower quad laser cannon. Hinges and pivots. There are 4 flick fire missiles nestled up towards the front. They're a little difficult to fire given the position and how the ship requires to be held. Kind of nice to have though. And in case you were wondering, yes, this ship is indeed very swooshable. The main hull of the set features a total of 13 opening panels that allow you to access the interior. Most Playscale Millennium Falcon sets have this as well. There are a number of details featured from the movies, including the Dejeric holochess table, computer station, medical beds, hyperdrive, and more. There's also plenty of seating for the minifigures and plenty of spaces for posability. On the port side of the ship near the docking ring, there is a smuggling compartment that, when lifted, you can fit 1 minifigure underneath. And on the starboard side, near the docking ring, there is a pop-down entry ramp. Some small accessories are included in the interior, including a red coffee mug and a hammer and wrench to fix the Falcon's faulty hyperdrive. These can get a little annoying when you're swooshing your ship around, so I suggest removing them if you're intending on playing with it in that manner. One minor critique that I do have about this set is the minimal good weapon storage. It's basically only these two clips here and here. There's not really many other good places to store them. Now this is kind of a frequent problem that I encounter with LEGO Star Wars sets, and it has gotten better in recent years, but as far as this set goes, there isn't much space to store them properly. The Millennium Falcon is certainly one of, if not the most, iconic ship in the entire Star Wars saga. This 2011 version of the fastest hunk of junk in the galaxy more than delivers on many factors. It has a very clean look, many different iconic scene recreations, and an ensemble cast of many of the main characters to get anyone's collection started. Sure, the minifigures are dated by today's standards, but as a LEGO Star Wars completist, they are still very cool to own. Now, would I recommend this set? Yes, definitely. It's definitely a must-have for anyone who wants to have this in their Star Wars collection.